All right, we're recording. This is going to be our very first Zoom podcast video. Hey,
Woo! A
all
little
right,
different.
different. It's not going to sound as great. It's not going to be as well produced as all of our other ones, but we're going to do it. All right.
Hey, we got to do something.
Yeah. Well, we got to stay consistent, and if we're not
That's
consistent,
right.
then we're not going anywhere, right?
Yes, that's
So
right.
this one is called "You Write the Chapters in Your Book." Everything happens because of me, and this is actually episode 26. So we're getting up there, right?
Nice.
Woo! All right, start sharing our content, people, and writing some reviews for us so we get seen better.
Yes,
So everything happens for a reason, right?
it certainly does.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Look at a truly look at all the truly successful people that you know or that you look up to or that you've seen in the media, and most of them have overcome some type of hardship, right? The kind of hardship that would make most people give up. We've seen, The Rock and all the other people out there, come from rags to riches, if you will. So why do you think that is?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the responsibility to succeed rests solely on you. You can either rise and shine, or you could fall. You and only you are responsible for creating the outcome from life's disappointments.
I like that, Jeff. That's a good one. So essentially, you write the words to your own story, right? Does your life happen to you or because of you?
It's definitely because of you and your actions that you take.
Mm.
Yeah, we don't own events or their reasons. We own that we do them, or we own what we do with them and how we respond to them.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Most of you guys are afraid to fail, right? We spend most of our lives avoiding failure and running from it, and that's partly due to our brain trying to, figure out if we're going to flee from what we're
Yeah,
dealing with
it's
or
the
run from it, right?
it's the fight or flight
Yeah, and
method.
that's ingrained in there, right?
Hmm.
Our brains don't want us to be in places of danger or feeling like we're in danger, right?
Yeah,
So we should be actually welcoming and embracing it. So it's a little bit of a mindset hack, if you will, that you need to learn from the failures, right? You
yeah,
will never learn from success. You will never improve when things are handed to you. What's that one where teach a guy to fish and he'll feed his family, or give him a fish and he'll come back looking for more fish, or something along the lines of that. That's what I am reminded of. Make sure that um, you can grow in times of hardship, right? And
yeah,
learning from failure and turning that into the growth that we're looking for, right?
yeah. That's going to help write that new chapter.
Right. Okay. So where on the path are you at this moment? Where did your journey begin? What decisions were made to land you where you are right now? And were those good or bad decisions? What shortcuts did you take, if any? What did you miss out on something, perhaps? If maybe you were working too hard and you missed out on something that happened with your family or children. Did you overlook a crucial part in the process, skip over something that was needed to be, have
Mhm.
done to get you where you wanted to be, and you're just not there because of it?
Yeah, yeah. And to add to that, Joe, have you looked back and studied your past decisions and how you reacted during tough times? And did you grow, or on good times? Or
Yeah,
like, I'm sorry, did you grow even during good times?
right. Yeah, you definitely don't always want to focus on the negatives, like, but we're focusing on those to see what you can overcome. But even during good times, we can look back on those and say, so how did we react, right? How did we prosper?
Yeah,
And what,
absolutely.
you know,
And if you were on top, how did you pave the road to that success? Kind of like what you were saying there, Joe.
yeah,
What obstacles did you have to overcome, and what did it look like during that long journey?
right. And how were you acting while you were on top, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. Good questions. So ultimately, you need to understand that not everything is in your control, nor should it be, right? We can only control so much. You simply cannot control everything that happens in your life. but you can control how you respond to it.
Absolutely.
There's an old quote that actually states life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react or respond to it.
Yeah, and that kind of reminds me of the definition of luck.
Okay.
Um, it's the definition of luck is where preparation and opportunity meet. You actually create your own luck. That's part of the 10% of what happens. The 90% on how you react.
Mm-hmm.
So don't forget to look for those opportunities.
Right. Yeah, that's a good quote. Definitely, we create our own luck, which is a good. I like that. Um, so it's all about the progress and not the perfection. So imagine being able to improve in any area of your life by just 1% a day. Right.
Mm.
That 1% compounds on itself over time.
Yeah.
That can be beneficial for anybody. Is if you just focus on the 1% of what I can do today, that
Yep.
will, in turn bring me 100% down the road.
Absolutely. I mean, this is where you start to take action on writing the new chapter of your own book. I mean, look at all the successful people. They have big goals. These goals can seem overwhelming to them or to anybody. And what you do is you can take small, actionable steps every day to reach that goal. So you're
Right.
really taking one big goal and you're breaking it down into obtainable goals each day.
And we just did an entire podcast on that, which I believe at the end I'm going to link, which is if it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. And
Mm-hmm.
I know I did that one solely, but I had a lot of notes from Jeff that I did bring up in there. And part of that was, breaking those down into smaller portions, right? So it makes
Yeah.
it easy and obtainable. So I have a few quotes that I pulled from you online, for you online, and I just wanted to quickly read them. If you could see if they can help you with your thoughts right now. Eventually, all things fall into place. Until then, laugh at the confusion, live for the moment, and know everything happens for a reason. And that's by Albert Schweitzer. I believe I said it correctly. The next one I have is miracles happen every day. Change your perception of what a miracle is, and you'll see them all around you. And that's by John
Mm.
Bon Jovi. I know you know that one, Jeff. And then the last one is some people want it to happen, some people wish it could happen, and others make it happen. And that's
Mm.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Man, those are all like powerful statements. I love those. Come back to these quotes when you need some inspiration to writing that new chapter for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely if you could read them after the fact or listen to us say them again and maybe kind of dive deep into your thoughts and see how they could impact you on just opening up a new thought process or a new way of living, right? So now we're going to get a little bit philosophical. We wanted
Yeah.
to bring a little bit, like we try to bring a ton of value, but we want to bring actual things and actionable things that you can actually use and research that has been done by Jeff and I. But a famous philosopher named Aristotle explains this perfectly. In his lifelong journey to know the true meaning of life, he has managed to impart one of the most valuable pieces of wisdom. For him, he knows there's two constants in life, right? One, that the universe is constantly changing. It's always evolving, and what is today is never the same tomorrow. Meaning, and again, even on top of that, we're never going to get the time back that we've spent
Mm-hmm.
it, right? The second thing he actually calls, and I might not get this word correct, but it's called entelke. And it actually means in which turns potential into reality, meaning your choices are going to take that potential or those things that you were looking for and actually create something with that, right? It's how you're reacting to it. And so he believed that things happen today because they have purpose later on. So the things you're doing now are actually going to propel you and create the stepping stones for what's going to happen next. So if you're making bad decisions or poor decisions, you're going to follow that path versus if you're making good decisions, you're going to follow that path.
Yeah, I think that's incredible. Every choice that we make, every outcome that happens from these choices, every person who comes into our lives, every person who leaves, all these elements have a reason. They make us who we are today.
Yeah, no, completely agree. So moving forward, make sure you guys take a step back and think about the message of the situation at hand, right? Good things may lay ahead for you. It all depends on your outlook, your perception, and in the end, how you react to what's happening in that very moment.
Carpe diem. Seize the day.
Yeah, it's a good one. So ensure that you guys are following us on social media platforms, whichever you are doing. We do a blog, a YouTube channel, and a podcast on just about every. I think we're on 10 different platforms for you to listen. I know not many people are driving right now, but you can still plug it in your phone and go do a workout or something. Hopefully, we'll bring some value. Make sure you share our content with someone that you think could use it. We hope, as always, that we've impacted your day in a positive way, and that you can find value in everything that we do. Until next time.